dolls! I'm Larissa Love here for JOICO, and I'm going to show you a look you've never seen before. It's a two-part coloring technique I created to make bold, bright colors stand out, yet leave you with hair that's wearable as it grows out. Today, I'm going to create this vibrant and bold look inspired by a beautiful flower with luscious green stems and colorful petals, using the new bold shades from the JOICO Color Intensity line. First, I use my signature Hairagami balayage technique to lighten the hair. You'll see why I call it Hairagami later. Doing balayage allows the hair to grow out without any harsh lines. I'm going to use two formulas. Formula 1 is JOICO Free Play Clay Lightener with 30 volume developer. Formula 2 is JOICO Free Play Clay Lightener with 20 volume developer. Start with the hair in a center part with 3 sections. 2 on either side of the part from the back of the ears forward and 1 in the back. Clip the front sections out of the way. Start in the back and create a moon slice following the occipital bone. Clip the top half out of the way. Then, take a fine weave from the bottom section and clip it out of the way too. Lift the bottom section up and start to hand paint in downward strokes against the grain of the hair using Formula 1. Don't paint the ends just yet. Then, to flip the hair down, I use a tail comb and wiggle it through the middle to smooth out the hair as I bring it down. Next, paint upward strokes against the grain of the hair on top with Formula 1. Work your way towards the middle of the hair and then switch to Formula 2 to saturate the ends into a V shape. For easy application, I like to use my glove as a palette. As you finish each section, comb through the center of the hair at the roots to break up the lightener and create a baby light effect. Lay the hair on the foil and completely saturate the ends with Formula 2. Since the ends of her hair are already pretty light, a lower volume developer will help prevent damage and give an even result. Lay a foil over the ends of the hair and add another folded in a moon shape to fit the shape of the head. This is the Hairagami I mentioned. Next, take the hair you weaved out and start to feather on Formula 1 against the grain of the hair. Then, completely saturate the ends of the hair with Formula 2 and cover it with foil. Slice a 1-inch section above that, following the shape of the head, and repeat the same lightening technique. Continue this process until you reach the top of the section. For the last weaved section on the top, use a UFO-shaped foil to fit the curvature of the head. More Hairagami! Now, let's move to the right front section. Take a diagonal forward slice from the temple to the top of the crown and clip the hair on top out of the way. Weave a section from the slice with the weaves thicker in the front and thinner towards the back and clip it out of the way. Then, use the same lightening technique we used in the back. Except this time, really focus the lightener on the pieces that frame the face instead of the V shape. Having thicker weaves towards the front will bring a lot of brightness around the face where you really want it. And the thinner weaves towards the back help blend the front and the back sections together. Next, take a diagonal back slice above the last section, about 1.5 inches thick, and continue to use the same technique. Continue this process until you reach the center part and then repeat on the other side. Next, let this process for up to 45 minutes. Keep an eye on the hair and rinse the lightener out once you reach a level 9, or a banana yellow as they call it. Just don't over-process the hair. Now it's time to tone the hair. I use JOICO Lumishine Demi-Permanent Liquid in 9 NV and 3 drops of 1 NV with 5 volume developer to cancel out as much warmth as possible. Apply the toner from the roots to the middle of the hair and let it process for 5 minutes. Then apply it onto the ends and let it process for another minute. Then rinse the hair immediately. Now it's time for the fun part, colors. I'm using 5 different formulas. Formula 1 is a JOICO Color Intensity in Kelly Green. Formula 2 is JOICO Color Intensity in Bronze and Orange in a 5:1 ratio. Formula 3 is JOICO Color Intensity in Yellow. Formula 4 is a 1:1 mix of JOICO Color Intensity colors Lilac and Light Purple. Formula 5 is a mix of JOICO Color Intensity Rose and Soft Pink in a 5:1 ratio. Start by sectioning the hair. Create the first section in the front from brow arch to brow arch and create a triangle that points to the top of the crown of the head. Create another triangle that mirrors the first one, coming down to just above the occipital bone. Next, create 2 more triangles on either side of the face from the ears forward. With the remaining hair in the back, create 3 triangles with the middle triangle pointing down towards the nape of the neck. You should end up with 7 triangles. Now it's finally time to get some color into this hair. Start with the middle triangle in the back and paint Formula 1, the Kelly green, starting on the roots and bring it down 4 to 5 inches. Then melt Formula 2, the bronze and orange, and bring it down about 4 to 5 inches. Then melt Formula 3, the yellow, through the ends. Here's a tip. Scissor your fingers where the colors meet to ensure they seamlessly blend together. Make sure to clean your hands after each melt. Also, make sure to completely saturate the hair so there aren't any dry spots. Next, start on the triangle to the right and apply Formula 1 at the roots. Then, melt in the Formula 4, the lilac and the light purple, about 4 to 5 inches down. Next, melt on the Formula 5, the rose and the soft pink through the ends. Repeat this on the triangle to the left side. Now, let's move on to the triangle at the top center of the head. Divide in half vertically and apply Formula 1 to the roots and bring it down 3 to 4 inches. Next, melt in Formula 4 through the ends. On the right side of the triangle, apply Formula 1 and this time melt in Formula 5 through the ends. Another tip, divide the triangles into smaller see-through sections to make sure the hair gets completely saturated. Next, let's go to the left front section. Apply Formula 1 on the roots and bring it out about 3 inches. Then, melt in Formula 2 and bring it down about 3 to 4 inches before you melt Formula 3 through the ends. The JOICO Color Intensity line is great because you get gorgeous, vibrant colors that keep your hair healthy, thanks to JOICO's quadramine complex and kukui nut oil, which conditions the hair and gives it tons of shine. Repeat on the other side. Make sure to use mesh to keep the colors from blending together. On the top front triangle, apply Formula 1 to the roots and bring the color out 1 inch to 1.5 inches. I stay closer to the roots with Kelly green here because I want it to gradually melt towards the back of the head and not have any harsh lines. Then, melt on Formula 4 and bring it down 4 to 5 inches before you melt in Formula 5 through the ends. Again, make sure you scissor your fingers where the colors meet to really blend them together. Let this process for 25 minutes and then shampoo and rinse with JOICO Color Co-Wash to keep the colors vibrant. Then, it's time to style your hair and let the vibrant colors shine. You'll get to enjoy this color for up to 20 shampoos. I just love how fresh and feminine her hair looks thanks to JOICO Color Intensity. Thanks for watching!